Hey guys, quick one for the weekend, and then we're gonna do a couple more things inside the boiler room. Get it ready to be start hanging the boilers and running the vents, and then getting our zone lines going, all the plumbing going. So, anyways, this is what we ended up doing today. We ended up cutting this column. Well, first thing we did yesterday was we set that base plate. Since our last video, it was set down on top of the little footing pour we did, and the anchor bolts tightened down. And then what we had done was took a measurement from where we had set it to where it was going to end up. Because when we had set this floor, when we were jacking up the basement ceiling here, we had set a transit across to set that level, so everything was perfectly level to begin with. So we really didn't want to start throwing this out of level this floor. So all we did was, you'll see, I'll splice a couple of videos on. We had set up a jack under there, and we had jacked it up slightly because when you go to tip the column in, it's got to get across the long length of the angle, and then it seats in. And then what we did was we had took the measurement first, welded up this top plate because we didn't want to touch this floor joist right now. Welded it all up, jacked it up slightly over here because the beam, that big beam runs all the way over to here in this bay, and jacked it up, and then set it in there and plumbed it down. And then we did our welding, and then we put bonding agent down, and we put a little bit of expansion for the concrete against the steel. And this is still wet. We're gonna let it set a little more and just give it a little bit of a finish to it, because we'll probably end up painting this floor because it's just the boiler room floor. And tomorrow we're gonna get a few more studs and extend this wall over a little bit on the other side of this column, so we can hang the drywall, actually tape and paint these walls. This is just tacked here for now, but that's gonna come out of there, and then what we're gonna do is get these walls, move all this stuff out of here, and paint up these walls, and then we can start hanging the boilers and doing some of the plumbing work to get the boiler system going. But at least we got that done. That was the first thing. And you see it's kind of roughy over there. That's where the old chimney was. So we're not even going to do anything there yet, because eventually when we come here and deal with these floors, we're going to end up leveling out these floors and tiling these floors. So for now, it's not really bothering anything. We're just going to frame in our wall. Remember now, we're not going to put this return wall on yet, because this is where the stairs are going, and we need to get in and out of there for now from this basement area. So eventually we'll cut the remainder of this block out of here down the mortar joints, and we'll knock that out, and that becomes the doorway right there. That's the door for the boiler room, and that door will swing open that way, swing out. And then we have our vents terminating out here, you'll see. We have them roughly laid out where they're going to go out there, and one here. They're going to be a foot away from each other. They're concentric vents, so it's just one hole going out for the supply and for the exhaust and intake. One hole, and then one hole for the other boiler, because there's two boilers coming in here. And then that's pretty much it. Well, we're going to start doing our boiler work, but before we get to do that, we have to get these walls in place and then painted, so we're not trying to paint around piping after. We'll have it all finished and cleaned. And then what happens is we tie in all the returns of the supply and returns of the heating zones in the ceiling, and later on we come and strap the ceiling, and we'll drywall that ceiling. That's how that goes. Make our connections, test the system, and then we'll put the ceiling on, and then this is like kind of a finished room with the boilers in here. All right, you guys, that's it. Just a quick one on how we had made out with this column. And if anyone was thinking, the column looked a little bit slender for what we're carrying, think again, because that's a 3/8 wall, 3x3, and that's a 1/4-inch wall, 3x3. And these things here, these tubular columns can hold massive amounts of weight. So that one column could probably, that 3/8 wall could hold up everything by itself, honestly. But it's only carrying half the span. The other half of the span sitting on that block wall. And live and dead load, total load of the floors and everything on that, it's probably under 10,000 pounds coming down that column. So that column can hold probably 10 times that. So anyways, we'll end up just Rust-Oleum on that prime, and then we'll paint it the same color as the walls, which is kind of like an off-white. But that's where we're at now. Just sharing what we've done, and we'll splice a couple of the videos on of us doing this, if anyone's interested. And that's it. So as soon as we make a little bit more progress, we'll share a couple more videos. Alright, you guys. That's it for now. Till the next one. Take it easy.